Ba-da-ba-ba-doom-ba-ba. Thank you for tuning in to News You Can Use. Good morning, viewers. Today we have a very special segment of News You Can Use for you. Our guest will be introducing us to 3 candidates nominated to run for the most influential person, or as we like to call it around here, our MIP. We will be learning about Dr. Farouk Elbaz, Jerry Yang, and Maya Lin. During the show, we will have the audience call, text, Facebook, or tweet us their vote in order to decide who will win our contest for MIP. Our first guest today is Miss Melissa Spittle. Let's find out who her nominee is. And we're back with our first guest, Miss Melissa Spittle. Good morning.
Good morning.
Who are you nominating for the title of Most Influential Person?
We will be nominating Dr. Farouk Elbaz.
Okay, that's good. What's one important thing Dr. Farouk Elbaz has done during his career?
Well, in 1967 to 1972, he worked with the NASA space program, the Apollo program actually, and he trained and educated the astronauts during their first flight around the moon. Also, by 1973, NASA had chosen him to be the principal investigator of Earth observations and photography, which actually led him into his current research of deserts around the world, which an interesting fact, Kristen. National Geographic actually chronicled his research during this time period.
Oh, that's very interesting.
Yeah.
Filming his work as he's doing it.
Yeah.
Wow. What is one way that Dr. Farouk Elbaz has impacted our culture and society today?
He was actually nominated to have his last name put into Star Trek: The Next Generation. They had the they had a whole episode about him, and the ship was called the Elbaz. So he kind of cemented his way into our space fantasy segment of television.
Did he get into that, the Star Trek movie yet?
No, not the movie yet. We're hoping. We're hoping. He also, his research on the desert actually helped Egypt in Darfur. With the UN backing him, they were able to drill 101 wells because he researched and found that there was water actually trapped underneath the rocks.
Wow.
So he was able to bring water to Darfur.
He's almost like a scientist in a way.
Yeah.
That's very interesting. Well, there you have it, folks. Dr. Farouk Elbaz. Please call, text, Facebook, or tweet us the number on the screen to cast in your vote for him. Thank you very much.
Welcome back. Our next guest is Miss Brittany Tracy. She will be introducing her nominee for Most Important Person. Good morning, Brittany.
Good morning.
So tell us, who is your most important person?
My most important person is Jerry Yang.
Jerry Yang. What is one outstanding thing he has done in his career?
Well, you see, Yang partnered with his Stanford classmate David Filo, and they wanted to find a new way of searching and finding information on the internet. So what they did was created a web page with different categories that organized a variety of sites. And they called this Dave and Jerry's Guide to the World Wide Web. Since they liked doing this, they found an investor and decided to start a business, which led to the creation of Yahoo Navigational Guide in 1994. And then in 1995, they created Yahoo Incorporated.
Oh, sounds like Mr. Yang has been really busy.
Yeah.
What is one way, if you can just name one way, Jerry Yang has impacted our culture and society today?
Well, I would say is probably allowing the public to have information so easily accessible, and I think that overall has changed the way our society works. I think today we take for granted being able to find answers at our fingertips, and overall the impact of Jerry Yang's work has influenced a variety of cultures and has crossed several geographical boundaries.
Wow. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is Mr. Jerry Yang. If you would like to vote for him, please text, call, Facebook, or tweet us with the number below, and we will be right back with our next and final guest.
Welcome back. We're here with guest Mrs. Kristen Wright. Hi, Kristen. How are you?
Good.
Wonderful. Who are you nominating for the title of Most Important Person today?
Well, my nominee for Most Important Person is Mrs. Maya Lin.
Wonderful. All right. What is one outstanding thing she has done during her career?
Well, one outstanding thing Mrs. Maya Lin has done during her career is she designed and created the Vietnam Veterans Memorial in Washington, D.C. She's a unique artist who uses the environment in her work.
Wow, what an accomplishment. Have you ever been there?
Yes, I have, and it's quite an
Wonderful.
amazing memorial.
I have yet to go see it. Right. So, moving on, what is one way that Maya Lin has impacted our culture and society today?
Well, she is a role model for young men and women of our society. She is an artist and an environmentalist who combines social and historical issues into her work. She created the Civil Rights Memorial in Montgomery, Alabama.
Interesting. Have you ever visited that one?
I haven't seen that one yet, but that would be interesting to see.
Absolutely.
To further tell you about her accomplishments, in 2000 she published her first book called Boundaries.
Interesting.
In 2005 she was inducted into the National Women's Hall of Fame. And her life and work is documented in the Academy Award-winning film of 1995 called Maya Lin, A Strong, Clear Vision.
Interesting. We'll have to watch that sometime.
Yep, so she's an inspirational Chinese American.
Absolutely. All right, there you have it, folks. Please call, text, Facebook, or tweet us. The number on the screen to cast in your vote. Thank you.
Join us tomorrow as we find out who our viewers chose to be our MIP. Have a great day, and thank you for tuning in to News You Can Use. Ba-da-ba-ba-doom-bop.